Hi guys, welcome back to the show. It is your girl Sarah right here on Relax Radio, and I am super excited to be here. All right, right now we're going to be talking about the very latest on coronavirus because obviously even though we've been in this pandemic for about 2 years now, we obviously clearly still haven't learned what exactly we need to do and what exactly we don't have to do with regard to keeping ourselves and keeping our families and our friends safe as well. All right, so make sure to stay tuned to Relax Radio to find out more, because I want to make sure that you're always informed and updated about all of these things. But also, before we head into our conversation, I want to very quickly remind you that you can, in fact, be a part of the show, right? All you need to do is just text me or call me on 078 Share your thoughts, share your opinions, because I would love to hear everything that you have to say. And also, don't forget to go download our app, right? Because that's available on both the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. And, if you want to stay informed, if you want to stay updated about the very latest that happens in the world, then the best way for you to actually do that is by downloading our app. All right, so don't forget to share your thoughts and your opinions with me, because like I said, I would love to hear everything that you have to say. All right, and before we actually head into the conversation, I want to very quickly remind you that you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. That way you can actually find out our conversation when and where it happens, as soon as it happens, and you can watch the whole thing on on YouTube as well. All right, so don't actually forget to do that. And now, I want to also remind you that our app is available to download completely for free on both the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, and that way you can actually make sure that you download the app, and it's available on both those app stores for your convenience. So go ahead and do that. Now let's actually head into our conversation, because we need to talk about how coronavirus cases in the United Kingdom are in fact 26 times higher than what it used to be last year. All right. So to put it into perspective very quickly, what is happening right now is, according to the Office for National Statistics, coronavirus infections in England right now are in fact 26 times higher than what it used to be last year, right? And this is obviously with the opening up of the country, all of these social restrictions being eased. We have tourists that are coming to the country. We have schools that schools have been started, universities are starting, and they're in fact going to hold freshers week next month as well. And with all of that, we're basically seeing a rise in COVID-19 cases, right? And this is also because right now, the most dominant variant of coronavirus is in fact the Delta variant, right? And the Delta variant is in fact much more infectious than all of the other variants that we have seen before. So in an attempt to actually keep everyone safe, they have released the statistics so that people will understand and be much more aware of how bad the infection rates are, right? And so many people I know, so many people I'm friends with have actually come into contact, and they've had COVID-19 as well. So that's why I'm urging you to actually take the steps that you need to take and make sure you're protected and safe, because if not, you're not only putting your family at risk, but you're putting everyone else at risk as well, right? And I mean, that's definitely not something I would want to put my family through, because I know that getting COVID is really painful, right? All of the people who I know who've gotten COVID, they've all told, what, it's really painful. It's hard to breathe. It's hard to sometimes even open your mouth and talk, because that's how painful it is. So that's definitely not something I would want to put my family through. All right, so that's why these scientists have actually found these statistics quite sobering, and they've basically warned that the reopening of schools in England this week are in fact very likely to trigger further rises in COVID cases, right? And obviously it's going to get much worse, because like I said, students are going to be returning to universities and colleges as well. Okay, a fresh wave of infections could in fact in turn lead to new social restrictions being imposed as winter approaches, right? And also, as a result of all of this, pressure is in fact mounting on the JCVI to approve this deployment of booster jabs for vulnerable people, and also the extension of vaccinations to most 12 to 15-year-olds. All right, and a leading professor or rather at the Reading University have also stated that the ONS actually estimated that 756,900 people in England were in fact infected with COVID-19, which essentially equated to about one person in 70 actually having COVID-19. Okay. However, something you need to keep in mind, in fact, is that even though COVID-19 is spreading at much higher rates, because of vaccination, they've actually reduced the amount of hospital admissions and also deaths, right? Because before all of this last year, there were basically about 2,300 hospital admissions a day, with about 1,100 deaths. Right now we basically have 1,000, or rather we have 770 hospital admissions a day, with about 80 deaths a day. Okay, so that has drastically reduced, but it's still important for you to take steps and make sure that you're safe, you're keeping your family safe as well, and you're making sure that you're not putting your whole family at risk. All right, and now let's actually head into a very small break, because after that I will be back to continue this discussion. But until then, make sure you stay tuned.
Are you looking to achieve the most relevant qualification to kickstart your career? Then reward yourself with the best globally recognized professional business qualification, CIMA. Irrespective of the field you aspire to succeed in, a CIMA qualification can add immense value to your resume and professional life. Succeed in your CIMA journey with supportive tuition provided by qualified lecturers and resources. Nanaska is the leading registered CIMA tuition provider in Sri Lanka, with over a decade in the industry and hundreds of success stories. With qualified and certified tutors, Nanaska now provides easy access 100% virtual classes so that you could succeed at your exams and in life right from the comfort of your home. At Nanaska, it's not just about a qualification. We help you think out of the box and build a personality. Exciting offers also await students overseas. Enroll now. Call +94 77 499 7338 or visit www.nanaska.com. Commence your CIMA journey at Nanaska and become a globally recognized leader. Nanaska, smile with results.
Hi guys, welcome back to the show. It is your girl Sarah right here on Relax Radio, and it is in fact the final few minutes of the show. But don't worry, because I'm here to make sure you are going to be informed and updated rather during this last few minutes. So when you are going about with your day, that you know what is happening in the world, and you're also keeping yourself updated. All right. Now, if you want to get in touch with me, please do feel free to go and text me on 078 Share your thoughts, share your opinions, because I would love to hear everything that you have to say. But also, while you're at it, make sure to go like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and also to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. All right, and that way you can actually make sure you're always informed and updated. So feel free to actually go ahead and do that. And obviously, something else that I need to tell you is that our app is available completely for free on both the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. So if you want to keep yourself informed and updated and listening to the conversation from wherever it is that you are in the world, well, the best way for you to do that is by downloading our app. All right, and it's super easy to download and super easy to use as well, because we keep you updated on the latest news as well. So feel free to actually go ahead and do that and make sure to stay updated. All right, and now let's actually head into our conversation, because we have to talk about how schools in southwest of England actually require, or rather ask for masks to be worn, especially after the rise in cases of COVID-19. All right, so feel free to actually share your thoughts and opinions with me. But right now, let's actually head into our conversation. Now, secondary school and college pupils will in fact need to wear masks in communal areas outside their classrooms yet again, and this is in parts of southwest England, right? And this is as extra support was in fact pledged in response to a rise in coronavirus cases. So the Department of Health and Social Care said that from Friday, basically Cornwall, the Isles of Scilly, Devon, Plymouth, and even Torbay local authority areas, which have recorded a rise in cases, would in fact get help to increase vaccine and testing uptake, and also to deliver more public health messaging. All right, and this is all in an attempt to actually make sure that more children get vaccinated, more people get vaccinated, and don't put themselves and also their families at risk as well. Right now, schools in the areas will return from next week. from the, people or other children will return to schools next week as planned, and students in secondary schools and colleges will actually have to wear face masks in communal areas. All right, now this guidance for wearing face masks was in fact scrapped on the 19th of July, but obviously with winter coming and a rise in COVID-19 cases as well, it's obviously very, very important at this point of time for these children to wear masks and make sure that they're taking care of themselves and their families as well. Okay, now the new measures actually are expected to be in place for 5 weeks, and the impact of these measures are in fact going to be monitored as well. Okay, and obviously, like I said, this comes after there have been a growing number of cases in all of these local areas, including Southwest England, and obviously, the return of schools and a bank holiday weekend about to begin, and also a lot of universities hosting Freshers Week parties next month, and also music and sport festivals that are very likely to attract large crowds are in fact feared to be events that could actually push rates higher, right? So it could potentially be another super spreader event, and that is why a lot of people are scared and concerned. They want to make sure that all of these people or all of these children have taken the necessary precautions to protect themselves, to keep themselves safe and also their families safe. All right, so that is in fact the very latest on coronavirus here in the United Kingdom. And don't worry, because I will be here in a few more minutes, and we're going to be discussing how ministers have actually urged firms to invest in UK-based workers. All right, so please feel free to share your thoughts with me then as well. But don't worry, because I will be back in a few minutes, and until then, make sure to